I moved back to the U.S. this summer. For the last 5 years, I was living in Japan as CNN's Tokyo correspondent. In that entire time, I never covered a shooting. There weren't any. This is my third mass shooting I've covered in just 6 months.
CNN's Kyung La is on the scene for us at that apartment complex. She's got more on this part of the investigation.
In this brief time, I've heard this question again and again by those victimized, most recently from a frustrated Newtown resident.
Why are we so different from so many other industrialized countries that have so little gun violence, and we are just, what makes us so different? Why is that?
I don't have the answer, but I can compare Japan and the U.S. In Japan, there are almost no guns. The average person just can't get one. And I have to tell you, it's the safest place I've ever lived. Here in the U.S., gun ownership is considered normal. 40% of Americans own one. There are enough guns here to arm every single man, woman, and child, about 300 million firearms. But these mass shootings, which are now a part of our American narrative, follow a familiar pattern. The shock, national outrage, memorials, funerals. Then the conversation fades. The rest of the world wonders why.
I've seen too many of these massacres. I've been here for 12 years, and there is never anything more than a brief conversation, and I think people outside of America just can't understand that.
But it's not all about guns. Remember Japan's tsunami. In the wake of the disaster, people lined up for food and water. There was never any violence, no rioting, no crime. It's about society. Individual rights are second to the community's needs in Japan. Here in the United States, the Constitution, including the Second Amendment, is considered sacrosanct. We as Americans prize freedom, the good and the bad.
It's about freedom, but freedom works both ways, you know. If Americans would waive their freedom to buy any kind of guns anytime, anywhere, in any situation, then that would have given these kids at the elementary school the freedom to live.
I met these three men who fought for freedom in Iraq and Afghanistan. These men of war were so disturbed by the Newtown shootings that they came here on their day off to donate Christmas trees at the town hall. They wonder, what is this national security that they're fighting so hard for?
To come home to what you think is safe and to experience the same thing here, it's troubling, and it brings such sorrow to everyone, the whole army.
None of us have the answer, but maybe the deaths of the shooter's mother, 20 innocent children, and their brave teachers will, this time, keep a vital American conversation going. Kyung La, CNN, Newtown, Connecticut.